One of my clients encountered a problem when he was cutting this kind of high-definition, scratch-resistant, and explosion-proof film using a regular blade plotter or a laser cutter. The following issues occurred. Let me show you. This sample cut by a regular blade cutter, you can see that the edges all around have creases. There are creases, so when it's applied to the glass, there will be these white edges and bubble marks. As you can see, this is a sample made by a blade cutter. In addition, this one was made by a regular laser sample cutter. The edges here can get scorched, and there are irregular burn marks on the adhesive surface, which causes these white spots. Now, I'll stick the sample made by the blade cutter onto this glass, and you can see that the edges will have these white borders. Let me show you what it looks like after it's applied. Take a good look at this, everyone. See how the patch is applied right here. In cases like this, the edges are already creased and damaged. Let me very carefully peel off this mask and show you exactly what I mean. This makes it even more obvious. Can you all see the edges here? It's damaged again. See, this isn't sticking flat. Look, this is the issue my client encountered with the die cutting machine. This is a sample from a regular laser printer. On the edges here, a regular laser machine will burn the sides, and similarly, it will also damage the adhesive layer. Now let's stick it onto this glass and take a look. Do you see that? The laser cut version is noticeably better than the blade cut one we looked at earlier, but unfortunately, there are still these visible white marks along the outer edges. Even if you try to press it down firmly, there are still these very slight persistent marks that just won't go away. So, this is what you get from a laser sample cutter. You can still see the edges here. So, in cases like this, we also have to find ways to address it, like asking if we need a protective film, or finding solutions to fix this issue. Now let me show you our latest sample cut. You can see that the surface here is very smooth, and when you apply it, there's no damage to the adhesive side. So, if you're still using a blade sample cutter or a regular laser sample cutter, if you see white edges along the sides after sticking it on, it probably means the laser has already reached the adhesive layer. Currently, to address the issue of laser scorching, we are using the most advanced laser equipment to make samples for our clients. You can see that the surface is extremely smooth. Now, let's try applying it. Let's see how it handles air bubbles and how well the bubbles are expelled, okay? The most important thing to look at is the very edge of the material. You see, along this specific edge, there is no damage at all, already. So you won't see any of those distracting white edges. Please take a careful look at this, all along this edge. You simply won't see any white edges appear. So when we're cutting this kind of high definition, scratch resistant, relatively thick explosion proof film, like those with a thickness of 0.2 millimeters or above, up to 0.31 millimeters, we must use more advanced laser equipment for cutting to make sure we don't damage the adhesive layer.